We have seen one signed character and unsigned character. So signed character is store positive and negative number both. That means that range is from 0 to 127, and then after 128 number is considered as minus 128 to minus 1. Then unsigned character is store only positive number 0 to 255. So in the case of signed, that is the most significant bit is considered as a sign bit. That means here it's 0, that means it is a considered as a positive number. Here this most significant bit is 1, that means it's considered as a negative number. So this is the format of unsigned. Each and every 0, that means 0. Every 8 bits are 1, that means it's 255. But in the case of signed, it's depends on the sign bit. If it is 0, that means all are the 0 at the time 0, and rest of all are the 1 at the time 127. If my most significant bit is 1 and rest of the 0 at that time, we can say minus 128. So plus 128 is considered as a minus 128, plus 129 is minus 127. Like that way it will go to plus 255 is a minus 1 in the case of sign. So it is continuously rotating like that. If 256 we will enter, then 0, 257 is 1, like that way. So only 0 to 255 data we can store in the characters. So negative number, how it stores? So negative number are stored in its 2's complement. So what is 2's complement? First we have to take negative number as a positive number and that convert it into the binary. Then we have to do first complement, wherever 0 there 1 and wherever 1 there 0. Then we have to do plus 1. So here 1 plus 1 is 0 and carry 1, 1 plus 1 0 1, like this way. So my output is minus 256, is in the case of positive is 200. So you have completed this homework.
Yes.
Next is the integer. So integer is form of short long integer and long integer. Short integer, that means it store only 2 bytes data. Long integer will store 4 byte data, and long will store 8 byte data. In the case of GCC compiler, our by default long is in integer is taken as a long integer. Whenever we are writing integer I is equal to 0, that integer is considered as a by default long integer. In the case of Turbo C compiler, it is a by default is short integer. So integer are storing 4 byte data. That means we have this much of data, and last bit is considered as a signed bit in the case of signed one. In the case of unsigned, that is considered as a 4 gigabyte data. And in the case of signed integer, it is considered as a minus 2 gigabyte to positive 2 gigabyte data. So I have given example yesterday minus 126. So we have to consider as a plus 126, and we have to do binary of 4 byte data. Then we have to do plus 1, sorry, first complement with that number, and then after we have to do plus 1. So this is my minus 126. So you have completed this homework. So this homework I have given is main purpose is you have to know about how to convert our decimal number to the binary format. So because of that reason I have given. So today we will start operators in C language. So there is three types of operator. Main one is the unary operator. That means it needs one operand to perform task. Second one is the binary operator. So it needs two operands to perform task. And third one is ternary operator. So it needs three operands to perform task. So operator performs some operation on operands. So what is unary, what is binary, what is ternary, we will see after I will write down all the list of how many operators are available in C language. So first one is the arithmetic operator. So arithmetic operator will do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modules. Second one is the relational operator. So relational operator is the greater than equal to, less than equal to, is equal to, not equal to, like that way. So we are comparing with two numbers. It is greater or greater than equal to, less than equal to, it is equal to or not equal to. Like that operator is called as a relational operator. Third one is logical operator. This logical operator is also useful for comparing. So that sign is a double N, that is the AND logical operator. Then double OR, that is the OR logical operator, and NOT. So we will see each and everything in detail one by one. So we will see some of today, and then after we will rest of from Monday. Next one is the bitwise operator. So name itself tells that it will do performance and with the bit only. So bitwise operator we have AND, OR, XOR, complement. Fifth one is the shift operator. Shift operator is also part of bitwise operator. It is using for only for doing job with the bits only. So we have two types of shift operator available. One is the left shift and one is the right shift. Next one is the increment and decrement operator. So increment sign is plus plus and 2 times subtraction, that is decrement sign minus minus and plus plus. So 7 number is assignment operator. Assignment we have already seen. We have written integer I and I is equal to 10, like that way we are writing our character ch and ch is equal to a. So here this operator is assigning data. So this is called assignment operator, and we will see also that. So you know about that. That's it for the meaning of that assignment operator. Then comma operator. So this we will see. Dereference operator. Dereference operator is the address. Here also and sign and bitwise also and. So we will see what is the difference between these two. This is useful for the dereferencing, and we want some address and we have to pass address at that time we will use, and this we will use this and we will use as a doing with the bitwise operations with the bits. Sorry, this is not dereference operator. This is called reference operator, and this is dereference operator is star. This is also called as a pointer. So we will see this both use case in the concept of pointer. Then index operator. This is we will see in the concept array. 12th is the grouping operator. Grouping, that means we are doing some task inside the parenthesis. So this is called grouping operator. And grouping operator is following like a BODMAS rule in the arithmetic. So grouping have the highest priority. Next one is the dot operator. So we will see dot operator in the chapter of structure. And next is the arrow operator. So arrow operator also we will see in structure concept. Compound assignment operator. So this already I have showed you yesterday. This is like we have to do addition or subtraction with itself only. At the time we are using this operator. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division modules. So for that use that name is the compound assignment operator. Next one is the size of operator. This is also we have seen yesterday. This is useful for the we have to find what is the size of my data type or what is the size of my variable at the time it is using. And last one is a conditional operator. So conditional operator is also called as a ternary operator. We have only one operator available is ternary operator is conditional operator. Rest of all are the part of either unary or either binary operator. Next is the unary. What are my unary operator? So what is the meaning of binary? Binary is that means after written operator, before and after, if we need to do something, that is called binary operator. So arithmetic operator is the binary operator. So like that way, assignment operator and all operator we will see which are the binary and which are the. So for unary operator we have not operator. So not operator need only one operand to perform task. There is only that after, no before anything. Because of that reason, unary operator is not is the unary operator. Then complement is also unary operator. Then increment, decrement. We will see this part in when we came to that operator part at that time. Address operator, size of operator. So these all are operators are unary operator. Rest of all are the binary operator. So in the bitwise end, we need two operand to perform task. This is my bitwise. And in the address operator, I have need only one operand to perform task. So like this way, if we will use only one operand after AND operator, so it will use as a address operator, reference operator. Next, we start from the arithmetic operator. So arithmetic operator are the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modules. So guys, in the case of integer, integer store only decimal, hexadecimal, or octal. It cannot able to store real number. Suppose I will do 10 divided by 3. So 3 3s are 9 and here 1. So what is this? This 3 is my quotient and this 1 is my remainder. So in the case of integer or decimal value, once I will do 10 divided by 3, it will give me the output 3 quotient. So I want to find my remainder. At that time we will use modules operator. So I will do 10 modules 3. So it will give me output 1. So modules operator are useful for finding remainder and division operator will give you quotient. And this addition, subtraction and multiplication you know already. And one more thing, modules can't apply in the case of in the float or double. So in the case of real number we cannot able to apply modules, because if I will use float my data type and I will do 10 divided by 3, so float data type will give you 3.33 exact output in the case of real number. So because of that reason we cannot able to use modules operator in the case of float or double. That means it's are the real numbers. So here my program title is write a program for swapping of two number. Suppose I have a two number available. Integer I is equal to 10 and j is equal to 20. So I want to swap both two. So how we can do swap?
Uh, I equals to I plus j. Then
I is equal to I plus. Okay.
j equals to I minus j,
Mm,
and I equals to I minus j.
okay. This is right, but we will come to this part later.
Using temp also we can use
Mhm. So how we can do as a simple method? Suppose I have a 2 glass of water and I want to change to each other. Suppose one is the water and one is the juice. So how I will change both of? I need third glass, right? So this is the simplest technique. So I will first transfer water to this glass. So my this glass will get empty. And then after I will transfer this juice to this glass. Then this glass will empty. Then this water to this juice. Like that way. So we will use one temporary variable. So I will write one program for that. So I have two number. I will take as a number one, number two, and one is the temporary variable. Then I will print. I will tell to user enter two numbers. Then I will scan two numbers from the user. So whenever you try to write program, please using the scan app. So your program will be generic. So I will write here printf before swap. Number one is equal to percentage d. Number two is equal to percentage d, comma number one, number two. I have print before swap. Then my logic is like I will store first number one to the temporary variable. Then I will store number two in the number one. Then number two is equal to temporary variable. And then after we will print after swap. Here I have to do slash n. So write down this program in your book. So this is our main logic for swapping two number using temporary variable. So I will enter two number 10 and 20. Before swap it is the 10 and 20, and after swap it is the 20 and 10. Now we will move to the another concept. So that is using arithmetic operator. Without using temporary variable, how we can swap data. My first logic. So already Pooja given us the logic. Suppose I have a two number. Number one is equal to 10. Number two is equal to 20. So what I will do? I will do first addition of both, and I will store into the number 1 only. So number 1 is equal to number 1 plus number 2. Here my execution will start from right to left. So that means n1 is equal to 10 plus 20. So my n1 is become now 30. So here my n1 is 30 and n2 is 20. So now what we will do? I have to store 10 in the n2. So here I will do n2 is equal to n1 minus n2. So my n1 is 30 minus n2 is 20. So my output is 10. So now my n2 is 10 and n1 is here 30. Because updated value of n1 is 30, I have changed here n2. So n2 is 10, n1 is 30. Now my n2 is become 10 and n1 is still 30. So what I want to, I want 20 as n1, n2 is okay, 10 is already swapped. So how we will do? So next we will do, so this is my first step, this is my second step, sorry, this is my first step, this is my second step, and this is my third step. So now I will do n1 is equal to n1 minus n2. So what is my n1? 30 minus 10. So my n1 become 20. So this is my third step. So these three steps we need to do. So I will write code here. n1 is equal to n1 plus n2. n2 is equal to n1 minus n2. n1 is equal to n1 minus n2. This is most important question for beginners interview. They will ask to you have to swap two number without using temporary variable. So we have used here arithmetic operation. So without using temporary variable, you can swap two number using arithmetic operator. I will run this code. So my output is 20 and 10. Again, I will do comment this part. There is one more method using arithmetic operator. So again, I have a two number, n1 is equal to 10 and n2 is equal to 20. So now we will use multiplication and division techniques. Suppose I will do n1 is equal to n1 multiplication with n2. So what is my output? 10 multiplication with 20. It's 200, right? So my n1 is become 200 and n2 is 20 here. So what I will do? 200 divided by 20. So I get 10. So now I will do n2 is equal to n1 divided by n2. That means 200 divided by 20. So my output is 10. So my n2 is now become 10 and n1 is still 200. So this is my first step. This is my second step. So now what I want? N1 is 200 and n2 is 10. Then I will do 200 divided by 10. Then I will get 20. So now again n1 is equal to n1 divided by n2. Then 200 divided by 10. So I will get 20. So my n1 become 20 and n2 become 10. So without using temporary variable, you can do using the multiplication and division operator. So I will write down here that logic. n1 is equal to n1 multiplication with the n2. Here n2 is equal to n1 divided by n2, and n1 is equal to n1 divided by n2. Yes, it's 10 and 20. So my output is like this. Next, next one more technique is there, that is the using bitwise operator. We will see at the time of bitwise operator how to swap two numbers using bitwise operator. So we have seen three techniques now, and one more technique is using one line. Only single line we can swap two numbers. So you have to find yourself. This is your homework. So I will give solution on Monday. How to swap two numbers using single line. So this is your homework. So you have to think in this weekend how I can swap two numbers using single line only. So for that you have to use this operator only, subtraction and addition only. So this is the hint I have given you. So you have to try by yourself how you can swap two numbers using only single line. So this is the fourth method, and fifth method is the using bitwise operator. We will see at the time of the bitwise operator. Guys, do practice. These are the most important, using single line and using without using temporary variables and like that way. This is the most important for the interview question. Interviewer will not ask using temporary variables swap two numbers, because these techniques everyone knows. Interviewers know how you are using the arithmetic operator, how you are using that use without using temporary, and you are making the logic like that way. Next one is the assignment operator. We have already seen, but I will cover again. So it needs two operand to perform task. This is assignment operator is binary operator. So for assignment operator, left side is variable and right side is either variable or any constant value. So it will store right side data to the left side. So this is the main use case of the assignment operator. So it store right hand side data, left hand side. So guys, here you cannot able to use constant value. So I cannot use 10 is equal to I. So whatever I data will store into 10, that is not possible. So here we cannot able to use left side constant. We are you able to use only variables. But at the side of right side, we can able to use constant. So I is equal to 10. Is it okay? So I is equal to j. This is also okay. So one variable data store into the another variable. This is okay. So here my j data will store into I. So here my I value will modify, not j value. So we have already seen in the arithmetic operators. Suppose I will do like this way. I is equal to j is equal to 10. So here what will happen?
I is 10, J is 10.
Yes, exactly. I and j both will assign to the 10. So here j will assign to the 10 and whatever the j data will assign to the I. So like that way, this is right to left assigning. Suppose I will write here I is equal to 10 is equal to j. Then, so here what happened? First j is equal to 10. Then I is equal to j.
I is equal to 10 only.
Mhm.
I
Any
is
other?
equal to 10.
I is equal to 10. Any others? Here what happened? First 10 is equal to j. It will see. Then after I is equal to 10. So 10 is equal to j. That is not possible. So here it will generate error. L value required. So L value required is a translator stage error at the compile time. Translator will generate this error because we are trying to assign some value into constant. So we will try these things in VS Code. So I will go to VS Code and I will make one file p6.c. Here I will take integer I, comma j is equal to 10. Here I have not stored anything inside the I have stored only 10 value inside the j only. Here comma is the separation operator. So here I will do I is equal to j is equal to 20 and printf d I is equal to percentage d slash n, j is equal to percentage d comma I comma j. So what is my output now? What will be the I and what will be the j? 20. I is also 20 and j is also 20. Now suppose I will write here 20 and j. So here it will generate error. In this VS Code it is showing me here the error is the red line, also expression must be modified able L value. Again I will compile this code. It will generate error L value required as left operand of assignment. So write down this program in book, and that's it for today. If you have any questions, so you can ask.